example, intensity, and compromise. Let's do this, guys, for the female philosophy. So, this is the real honest thing about how women think, even girls, or, well, like, it's. Do you notice that considering that when men or women are different for the right reasons, they're not just different to help each other out or even themselves for that matter. They're just different by default. The example that girls and women can be don't have to be for a leadership or philosophical role, and that's not to say that you're not meant to dismay or prove people wrong about how leadership and philosophy is out of a woman's errands. That's not the point. Even if whether or not it's for them, whether or not it's their forte, they are their own example, with or without the opposite sex, and that's not even to say that not even men have an example of that. But the woman and the girl's example are fortified for their own reason. Now we're off of the example. We're now going into the intensity of women. So, girls and women intensity. There is kind of a amalgam of what would it be like for you to not have females in your life, and that's not supposed to be a joke. Honestly, I mean, it's all fun for adult reasons, but there's just I cannot stand trying to look for emotional context, looking for like that actual vibe of even if it's too dangerous, it's still worth living versus being safe and boring. If the life is too intense with women and girls, I don't blame you, but that's the bliss that I would rather have. Now we're going on to compromise. And I think compromise isn't a big deal. It's like you sacrifice something for what you want, even if you're not supposed to. But the thing with compromise is that you're not worried about what you had to give up, even if even the illusion of having to give up something is what you need or want. With the girls and women and females in general, they have to give up so much just to be themselves. They have that affliction with their influence as far as being female. They have to actually work with what they have. They're not having to just care about their appearance. They're caring about everything they have as far as the expectations goes. And we all know how this works with their reproductive roles, their roles in society as a whole, having to actually embrace that emotions that they don't have to bob their emotions for per se, but they're having to because that's what makes them live long in the first place. They're having to work with what they have and not worry about pregnancies. I mean, that's one of the cliche ways of being a smart about it, but you know, so that's the most confusing way I can describe girls and women, females as a whole, as far as examples, intensity, and compromise. Thank you very much for this confusing as fuck video. Hope YouTube recognizes that I'm doing this for the good, but whatever. Take care.